Hi guys, my name is Peter. Welcome to the first Lime screencast. In this first screencast, I'll try and explain to you guys how I look at a picture and how I try and find ways to improve it. Sometimes some really small changes, like just moving a hand or closing or opening the eyes, can make a world of difference to one certain shot. So I've selected a couple of images and I'll try and explain to you guys what I changed, why, and you'll be able to see the results for yourself. For example, this first shot, I'll show you the before and after immediately. I asked the couple just to take a seat on a bench, and this is what they did on the left hand side of the screen. I took the shot, I looked at it, and I wanted to make it a little bit more intimate, personal, so I just asked them to look at each other. I asked the groom to hold the bride's head, and I asked the bride to gently touch the groom's hand. So this is how I got from the starting shot to the final shot. And if you look at it, the first one is just a standard basic snapshot. On the right you have a really intimate moment by just changing three little things: his hand, her hand, and the position of their heads. You get a totally different shot with a totally different feeling. Now let's take a look at the second shot that I selected. I'll show you once again the before and after immediately. So as you can see, this is a combination of available light coming in from a huge window in front of them and the party venue behind them. I had the lights turned on just to have a little bit of differentiation between them and to open up the background, to give you some more, but otherwise it would just be black. So as you can see, the first shot, groom is looking outside, the bride is pretty much in a nice pose. To make it more intimate, more personal, I just asked the groom, hey, look down at your bride. One simple change gives you a totally different feeling. He just looked down at his bride instead of looking outside through the window, and you get a totally different shot, which really looks nice, sweet, a tender moment. The third shot is also a very small change. So this is the third shot. I'll show you the before and after again. So here on the left you have a nice pose. The bride is looking up a little bit over the camera. It's shot using only available light, only the 3 light bulbs that you see in the shot. I just asked the bride if she could close her eyes for a moment. This is what I got. So on the right hand side she closed her eyes. It's a lot stronger, if you ask me. It shows more emotion. She seems to enjoy the moment more. It looks really intimate. If she's looking at me, I don't know, it just didn't really work for me. I chose the shot on the right because it's more tender, more loving. And then as a final shot, there are a little bit more changes in that one. So the first 3 shots were very small changes. This is the 4th shot that I selected from this wedding to show you guys. Before and after. So apparently the groom was able to play a catchy tune on the piano, and she was just standing there enjoying the moment. She was laughing, but it was a fun shot, but I wanted to make it a little bit more romantic, a little bit more intimate, because I really love those kind of shots. Looks more like a scene from a movie where the groom is just playing a catchy tune and the bride is just standing next to him, looking at him, loving, tender, and just enjoying the moment. So I just asked the bride if she could place her hands on the side of the piano and just gently rest her head on top of it. And that's the only difference there is. The groom is still playing, still in the same position. Just the bride changed from standing upright and having one arm on the piano. She just put her 2 hands on the side of the piano, gently rested her head on top of her hands, and you get a totally different feeling. So if you have a shot, if you are working with a couple, think of if you see a location, think of a concept. What can they be doing in this location? For example, the groom here playing the piano, she's listening to it. But how can you mix it up? Well, she can be laughing with him, she can be having fun, but also she can be just enjoying it. She can be a little bit dreamy, looking at him, and mix things up, experiment a little, and don't be afraid to just ask one of them to move the head a little bit or move their hand, and explain them why. Just tell them it would look a lot better, it would look a lot sweeter, or hey, this is just like in that movie, you remember this one or that one, and they'll be more than happy to do it, and it gives you a totally different shot. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this first screencast. It's probably the first of many, so if you loved it, if you like it, let us know. If you have any suggestions, what do you want to see, what do you want to know, send us an email and we'll see what we can do. Have a nice day guys, bye bye.